Are you looking for a travel trailer with a front kitchen? Well, stick around, folks. We found some amazing floor plans with front kitchens. Hey everybody, this is Mike with RVBlogger in front of the camera, and Susan's behind the camera. And if you've seen us before on YouTube, welcome back to our channel. And if this is your first time seeing us, welcome aboard. Susan and I make tons of videos all about RVing, and we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell when you do, so you'll be notified every single week when Susan and I put out a brand new video. But without any further ado, let's get into our reviews of travel trailers with front kitchens. This travel trailer is the Forest River Geo-Pro model number G20FKS. It has an unloaded vehicle weight of 3,971 pounds, a cargo carry capacity of 1,027 pounds for an overall gross vehicle weight rating of 4,998 pounds. The hitch weight is 573 pounds. It measures in at 21 feet 2 inches long, and it can sleep up to 4 people. When you first walk in this travel trailer, on the right hand side and towards the front, you'll notice the front kitchen setup. As we wrap on around, we've got a multi-use couch area, plus your bathroom is in the mid coach, and all the way in the back is where your bed is located. Now, our first impression when we walked in here was that, man, we just love these front kitchen setups. You know, especially in a Geo-Pro, because the Geo-Pros always have this front window, and usually there's a Murphy bed here, and the only time the window is being seen is when the bed is down, and guess what? That's at night. But when you have the front kitchen set up, now you've got this beautiful window here that you can look out of, plus 2 windows on the side, so just all the natural light flooding into here really makes it feel bright and spacious. Now, starting from this side of the kitchen, just beyond the entry door, we have a cabinet door overhead, and you'll notice when I open this door, you know, it bounces up and down a little bit. I think that if I owned this camper, I would probably change out the hardware and make this a flip-up style door, because it's a little bit unstable like this. But anyway, it's a great storage place. Down below that, we have our range hood. And then we have a 3-burner range here, which is really fantastic. And then down below that, you have a real oven. So if you want to throw a pizza in there or bake some cookies for the kids, well, there you go. Perfect spot. Now, another thing that I really love about these front kitchens is just all the countertop space that you see up front here. It's massive, plenty of room. I really give it 2 thumbs up for that. Above, you've got this big storage open area with some cargo netting in place, but I will warn you a little bit. I already banged my head on this, and so, you know, if you have like a coffee pot or a toaster sitting back here and you go to grab it, you know, you might smack your head on that, so just watch out for that. Now, the sink that's in here is a very nice square single bowl sink. It's deep enough for me, and I think you'll be able to do your dishes in there with no problem. And then you have this big gooseneck faucet overhead. Now, in addition to all this countertop space, they've gone ahead and put 2 towers of powers in here, 1 on each side, so you can plug in all of your kitchen appliances. Now, down below the countertop and under the sink specifically, we have these 2 drawers that pop out. And you can store like sponges or scouring pads or some soap or things like that for washing up the dishes. And then below that, three drawers for all of your kitchen utensils. And then this door opens and there's even more storage space under there. Your microwave oven is located just below the countertop. That's a great spot to put it. And then finally, we wrap on around to where your refrigerator is located. And it's a good looking fridge, you know, and it's got a separate freezer up top. So as we wrap on around through this camper, I do want to point out that the refrigerator and the sofa are all in a slide out, and that's what helps create some of the spacious roominess in here that we're really enjoying as we do this tour. Now, over top of the sofa, you got these 3 cabinet doors that open up, and so you have some storage up in there. And then this couch is very multifunctional. It is used as a couch to sit here and relax and watch TV right on the wall across from you. Or you've got a little dinette table that you can use in here, and you know, Susan and I can fight over who's going to get most of the table when we're eating dinner, but she's going to win, I'm sure. Anyway, you have your dinette table here as well, and then finally you can remove this table and this jackknifes out into another bed, and I'll show you how that works in just a second. So all you have to do is loosen up this screw on the bottom and just pull it straight up, and the whole thing comes right on out. So then once you take out your dinette table, you can just grab your sofa and it jackknifes right out. Now let's see how big this is, because it's pretty wide. You've got about 70 inches by about 42 inches. So, you know, an average size adult or maybe a kid or even two could sleep on this sofa bed. I also want to point out that there are cup holders on each end of it. And if you were sitting here in the sofa or even in bed at night and you need to plug in a Kindle or your phone or anything, there is a receptacle at this end, and there are also a couple of USB ports. Now here we are all the way at the back of this trailer, and this is where your bed is located. Now let's see what size bed we have back here, because it runs from side to side. So it's a full 80 inches by 60 inches. So this would be considered a residential size queen bed in here. So that is fantastic. Plenty of room to stretch out and relax in the evening. There's also 3 windows back here, and as I already mentioned, you've got a receptacle and USB ports down here if you need to plug in anything overnight. Now one other really neat feature is there is a bunk bed above this bed, so if you have a little kid and they want to sleep up here, that's a great spot for them. Or if you don't have a kid or they're not sleeping up here, you can just pop this up. It's on a couple of hydraulic slides and it'll hold it up and out of the way for you. There's also a storage cabinet up above the one end of the bed so you can stow away some of your clothes. Additionally, there's another drawer down below the bed, and it's really tough to pull. Got it earlier. There we go. It's brand new, so it's a little sticky still, but you have another drawer down below. So here I am in the bathroom and standing in the shower like I usually do. And as far as headroom goes in here, well, let's get a measurement of it. So I am 5 feet 11, as you guys know, and from the bottom of the bathtub to the top of the skylight, we have 6 feet 3 inches. So for some of you taller folks, you might have to crouch down a bit while you're in the shower. And the total headroom in here throughout this camper, you've got about 6 feet 6 inches in the center of the camper. This one has like an arched roof, so it's taller in the middle and shorter towards the side walls, but you have 6'6" in the middle of the camper. Now this is a very basic shower, but it has a tub that I'm standing in. So, you know, this is a great little family camper, and if you have little toddlers, you want to throw them in the tub at the end of the day, boom, there you go. You also have a removable shower wand, and then there's a few shelves in the back here for your soap and shampoo, and they even have this little mesh pouch in here that you can store some other toiletries as well. Now outside of the shower, this is a really great medicine cabinet setup. It's got some outside storage and some inside storage. Very nicely done. Great size vanity sink and a ton of countertop space with a receptacle on top of the counter. So if you need to plug in any of your, shaver, blow dryer, what have you, you certainly can. And then we have open storage with some cargo netting to hold things in place. There is a door here, but it's really just an access panel. Now you'll also notice just above my head is another open storage shelf with cargo netting so you can hold things in place. There's also a towel rank here. And while I'm sitting on the commode and the door is closed, it's a little tight in here, but you have enough room in front of you and beside you that it doesn't really feel too bad. I'm not going to be able to pass the elbow test over here, but on this side, I'm in good shape. So here we are outside this camper, and instead of outside storage, they have some really nice features out here, which include an outdoor kitchen. So you pop this up, pull this guy out, pull her out this way, and your propane cooktop is right here. What a great feature to have outside your RV. And then you also have some additional storage space behind that. And there's even an outlet in here if you need to plug in some other kind of kitchen appliance. Right next to where your cooktop is, they also have this little shelf that just attaches right to the side of your trailer. So that's a nice additional spot if you need to just put something down or set your beer down while you're doing something. Nice little tabletop there. Now towards the front of this camper, this is a great little feature too. It has a mini fridge. So for you guys that like to keep a couple beers cold outside, or maybe keep some sodas or waters out here for the kids, boom, there you go. This travel trailer is the Jayco White Hawk model number 26FK. It has an unloaded vehicle weight of 6,820 pounds, a cargo carry capacity of 1,580 pounds for an overall gross vehicle weight rating of 8,400 pounds. The hitch weight is 745 pounds. It measures in at 32 feet, 1 inch long, and it can sleep up to 4 people. When you first walk into this travel trailer, on the right-hand side, you'll notice a beautiful front kitchen layout. That wraps around past the dinette and into the living area. To my right here is where the bathroom is located, and behind me in the back of the camper is where the private owner's bedroom is located. Now, our first impression when we walked in here is, man, we love this camper. We just really like travel trailers that have a front kitchen because of all the expansive countertop space. It's just really cool, and it's got a really great living room setup as well. But the first thing you'll note is on my left-hand side here, you've got a coat closet when you first walk in, and it's got some removable shelves in here, so you can take these out if you have taller coats that you want to hang, or you can leave the shelves in here and use it for storage. And then down below that, there's a nice big drawer that pulls out nice and deep for additional storage. Now here I am in the front kitchen area, and this is just beautiful. I mean, you can see the sun streaming in through the front window. What a great feature to have in your travel trailer. Now, as you guys know, we have a Class A RV, and one of the things we really enjoy about it is being able to see out the front window while we're in our rig. And this window gives you that same opportunity. Some folks we've seen like to put flowers up here in the sunlight, and herbs and things like that, but it's just a great feature. It really gives you a nice feel, a lot of air coming in, a lot of light coming in, and it feels really, really good. So starting from the top and working our way down, we've got a nice microwave oven in here, and then right next to that, you've got a very large storage cabinet. Towards the front here, you've got these 3 storage cabinets above. Now these, for some reason, don't have any hardware on them that holds the door up when you're going in there. So you can buy hardware like this at different stores and put it on yourself if it's not included with your travel trailer. It's pretty easy to do. It's not a big deal at all, but it makes your life a lot easier, so you can use 2 hands if you need to when you're getting up into these cabinets. Now underneath here, there are 3 lights to light up the entire area. And then you'll notice on the countertop, there's a tower of power on each end, has 2 receptacles, a USB port and a C port. So if you have kitchen appliances, you know, crock pots, toaster ovens, toaster, coffee pot, everything, you can put it up here easily and you can plug it on in. The sink here is nice. It's a very large double bowl sink. It's got a gooseneck faucet with a removable or retractable sprayer. I think a plumber friend told us one time they're called integral sprayers is the technical term, but I just call it a sprayer. Anyway, as we wrap on around, we've got a 3-burner cooktop here, and then below that, you have a real oven so you can throw a pizza in there if you'd like to. Down below that, you have a really nice big fully extendable drawer for all your pots and pans storage. As we wrap around, there's another set of drawers here for additional kitchen utensils, even more storage underneath of the kitchen sink, another bank of drawers, and even more storage next to that. So this front kitchen feel is really nice, and you know, you can store a lot of stuff in here. Now, I do want to take a second and just show you something about how many travel trailer drawers are made in the kitchens, because this could be a problem for you down the road. It was a problem for us in our Class A RV, and I had to go fix every single drawer in the entire RV. But if you pull the drawer out, you know, it looks fine, right? It's got, looks like plywood in here, nice and solid. Fronts are usually solid wood. That's all great. This is the problem. The drawer bottoms. They're made out of a very, very thin, flimsy material. And these are made so they just fit into a groove on each side of the drawer. So this bottom just slides in those grooves, and then it's stapled in place. But only one staple here took, the other one missed. And at the top of the drawer, neither one of the staples went in. And I can tell you right now, when you're driving down the road and you've got all your kitchen utensils in here, which can be heavy, and they're banging on this drawer bottom, it's going to blow this drawer bottom out and you're going to have to fix it. Now, one thing you can do is as soon as you buy your camper, you can go and fix all your drawer bottoms so that you never have a problem before you go and load them all with weight and go bouncing on down the road. That's one of the first things we did in our Class A RV, and it made a world of difference. Now, there's a couple of other really nice features to this front kitchen that we'll run through, and one of them is this really nice skylight here in the kitchen. Usually you'll see a skylight in the bathroom, but pretty rare to see them in the kitchen area. So this lets a lot more light in. It's also got a little shade that you can pull closed if you want to shade yourself during the day. So that's a great little feature to have. The refrigerator in here is a 12-volt refrigerator. It's a very good size. You'll see both the fridge and the freezer are very large. And the 12 volts are the way to go. They run off your coach battery. You don't have to use propane anymore as a fuel source for them. They just run off of battery power, and they're fantastic. And then finally, one last really cool feature is this little spot right here where they actually have an additional freestanding table that you can use. So you can pull this table out. You can use it in front of your couch as another table, or you could also take it outside and use it out there. But it's stowed in a great space right next to the door, so it's very convenient and easy to get to. So here I am at the dinette table in here, and you know, if you had 4 people and you were all sitting at this table, you might think, yeah, this is a little cramped. I know if Susan and I were sitting here next to each other, if we had some friends over for dinner, we'd be bumping elbows the whole time. So would our friends. But check this out. This dinette table is so cool. You just lift it up. It's got a little brace in here to hold the table up, and then it's got all this storage under here. So you could put, like, you know, cards or games or things like that under here, and then it's got a little extension built in. You just pull this out and then lower your tabletop back down, and now you got all this extra room. I can scooch over. I'm not going to be banging into Susan all night. And there you go. Now, some other really great features in here are the light fixture above the table. I think it just gives it a very nice residential feel. This matches the hardware throughout, so it really, really fits in very well. Then you've got this large window over top of your dinette. You can get tons of light in or open it up and get a nice cross breeze in here. And then finally, one thing we always look for near a dinette table are electrical receptacles, because so often we use our dinette table for, you know, trip planning or just working, like, you know, we work during the day. So sometimes we need to plug in our computers, and there is a receptacle right along the side of the dinette, so you're able to do that. So here we are in the entertainment area, and they have some movie theater style seating in here. You can pull the little cord, and, you know, your feet rest come out. It's very nice and comfy sitting in here. Now, they have these end tables that are built in that you can swing in and out of position. So, you know, if you want to sit here and enjoy a meal or a snack while you're watching a football game or whatever on TV, these are very, very convenient. And if you don't like this style of table, you can just remove them, just pop them right out, and get your freestanding table and set it up in front of you, and you can sit here and have a meal that way as well. I don't know, there's a lot of options here that you can do. I really like it. These seats are very comfy, and they're in a perfect spot right across from your TV and fireplace location. Now, the TV mounts on the wall above. Great spot. You can see it from the dinette. You can see it from your chairs. You can see it from, you know, when you're cooking dinner in the kitchen. So it's just in a great spot for the whole camper. Down below that, we have some little storage spots. You know, your radio controls and things are here. And then you have a great size fireplace down below to give you that camping ambiance when you're indoors. So here we are in the very back of this trailer in the owner's bedroom. And this is a good size bed in here. Let's see how big it is. It is 80 inches. By 60 inches, and so we have a residential size queen bed in here. So that is fantastic. Now, above the bed, you'll notice you've got these 3 cabinets for storage. None of these cabinets have the hardware to hold them up either, and like I said, you can buy that hardware online for pennies and install it yourself. It's a piece of cake. Now, just behind the bed, you'll notice that we have a window instead of a headboard. And let us know in the comments down below what you think of that. Do you like having a window there or not? I have a feeling some people will love it because it gets all the extra light in here, and other folks may say no, they would like it to be darker in here. But let us know your opinion in the comments down below. We'd love to hear from you. Now, on each side of this bed, there is a small little nightstand that has a receptacle plus USB and even a C port. And there's also receptacle on each side of the bed as well. So you can plug in all of your, your phone or tablet before you go to bed at night and let it charge overnight. There's also some storage underneath of this bed, so you just lift it right up and you have additional storage under there. Now, another nice feature in this bedroom is this big giant window on the back of your trailer. And here's another thing we see on most travel trailers. They don't have a window on the front or the back. And so this is great, I think. I love being able to see outside when I'm inside. And this window certainly allows you to do that. Or you can just open it up and get a nice cross breeze in here. This is also your emergency exit window. And if you already own an RV and you've never opened your emergency exit window, I highly encourage you to do so. This is the first time I'm trying to open this, and it's kind of tough. I can't really do it. You know why? There are packing clips in here that are preventing me from being able to open this window. And if it's the first time you ever had to open it to get out in case of an emergency, man, you'd be freaking out because this little packing clip's in your way and you didn't know it. So just a little pro tip, try it. Open it, make sure it works, make sure the packing clips aren't in place. Our Class C, when we bought it, it was, I don't know, 13 years old. No one had ever opened the emergency window, and the seals were even kind of stuck, and the packing clips were still in it also. So, just a little safety note for your own care. Now, right across from the bed is this built-in wardrobe cabinet, but this is also where your TV can go. So it's got a removable shelf here, and then it's got your receptacle and cable rough in the back, and you can mount your TV right inside of here, which is a great place for your TV. On each side, you have a little mirrored wardrobe cabinet, so you can hang your garments from the pole up top. It's also got a removable shelf in here, so you can use it as a wardrobe cabinet, or you can just leave the shelf in place and have it for storage however you'd like to set it up. Below that, we have even more storage, and then we have a bank of 4 drawers down below. One last feature in this bedroom to point out is that it has its own entry door into the RV. So if you have friends over and they're staying in the front part of the camper, or your wife is up there and you're back here and you don't want to disturb her, I don't know, you can come in and out of this separate door. It's very, very convenient and in a great location. So here I am in the bathroom, and Susan is standing actually in the owner's bedroom shooting into the bathroom. And one really nice feature about this bathroom is that it does have 2 doors. One comes from the bedroom into the bathroom, and the other is here, which goes right out into the living area. So it's a double door setup. You can call it a Jack and Jill bathroom or whatever, but it's got 2 doors, which are very, very convenient. Now inside the shower here, you guys know that I'm 5'11", but let's see how much space we have up into the skylight. And for you taller folks, you've got 6 feet 7 inches of headroom into the skylight. Now the entire RV, it's got a bit of an arched ceiling, but towards the middle you've got about 6 feet 9 inches of headroom. So, decent sized camper for some of you taller folks that are out there. Now, the shower that's in here I really like. It's a corner shower, as you can see, and it's got the glass doors that roll around. So very nice feel with that. And it's a good size. I feel like I could pretty comfortably take a shower in here. There's a little shelf up here for your shampoo bottles. There's also another spot, a soap dish down here for your soap. But all in all, it's a really nice feel. And for you ladies, they also have a little step in here. So if you need to shave your legs, put your leg up there and shave your legs nice and smooth. Now, just outside of the shower is where the vanity and medicine cabinet are located. And the medicine cabinet up top has a couple of shelves built in. Very nice. This is a large vanity top for a travel trailer, but it looks really great. There's plenty of room around here for all of your whatever you want to put around your countertop. There's also a receptacle right underneath. So if you need to plug in a blow dryer or a shaver or anything like that, you've got it in here to be able to do that. And then there's even more storage down below. Finally, we are at the commode area, and above the commode, they've got this little corner cabinet built in here. You could stow some extra TP in there, toilet chemicals, whatever you need. And then your toilet itself sits right here, and even with both doors closed, I'm pretty close on the elbow test. Not perfect, but I'm pretty close. At the front of this travel trailer, you'll notice we have all this wonderful pass-through storage space.
This travel trailer is the Jayco White Hawk model number 26FK.
It has an unloaded vehicle weight of 6,820 pounds, a cargo carry capacity of 1,580 pounds for an overall gross vehicle weight rating of 8,400 pounds. The hitch weight is 745 pounds. It measures in at 32 feet, 1 inch long, and it can sleep up to 4 people. When you first walk into this travel trailer, on the left-hand side, you'll notice some pantry cabinets, and on the right, a few coat hooks. Then as we wrap on around, you'll see the front kitchen and dinette area. And then we get into the living and entertainment area. To my right is where the bathroom is located, and in the back is where the bedroom is. Now, our first impression of this travel trailer is that it's a pretty nice setup. I mean, we have this front kitchen here, which makes a really good use of the space, and the living room and entertainment areas are in their own space. Everything's laid out very, very well. And you'll see what I mean by that as we do the walkthrough. But when you first walk in through the entry door, on your left-hand side here, you will find these nice big pantry cabinets in here. And then on the right-hand side, they've got 3 coat hooks up on the wall, so you can hang your coats right there. Also, your controls for your RV are right here, so they're in a nice, convenient spot. Now, we'll work our way into the kitchen first, and you've got a nice big Furrion fridge in here. This is a 12-volt refrigerator that runs on a compressor. What that means is you have a lot more space inside your fridge, and your fridge will get cold much quicker than the old absorption style refrigerators. Now, as we wrap on around, you'll find up top here that we have a microwave oven built in with some open storage next to it. Down below that, we have a very nice kitchen window here, and then you have a 3-burner stove with a real oven down below. Beyond that, we have lots of countertop space, because in these front kitchen models, you end up with usually an L-shaped countertop, sometimes a U-shaped. But anytime you get this kind of a shape, you get a lot of countertop space. So over here in this corner, there is a receptacle here. So if you want to set up any appliances, you know, coffee maker, toaster, margarita blender, whatever it is, you can plug everything in right here. Then you'll notice there's this really nice big front window that lets in a ton of natural light. Below that, we've got our big single bowl rectangular sink with a nice big gooseneck faucet overhead. And then there's another receptacle back in this corner, so you can use this part of the countertop to your advantage as well. Now, next to the countertop, there's a nice big pantry cabinet here that you can access. And then down below the cabinets, there is tons of storage under here, both below the sink and then around the corner, where you'll find a bank of 3 drawers so you can store all of your kitchen utensils. Now, one thing that we noticed that's a little bit lacking in this kitchen is light. There's just not a lot of light. There's one puck light over here in this corner, and then nothing really over this way. And I guess that's because with the window here, you know, they didn't really want to put cabinets above it and all that stuff. So you have natural light that comes in, but in the evening, I think it's going to be rather dark up here. In fact, right now, even during the day, it seems a little bit dark in this area. So since you have a receptacle on each side, I think Susan and I would probably just get a nice little lamp and stick it in the corner over here and use that to light up this area. Now, here I am sitting at the dinette, and you could sit 4 people at this dinette pretty comfortably. It's, you know, it's a little bit tight. I think I'd be bumping elbows with the person sitting next to me, but that's not too unusual at all. Now, there's also a nice big window over top of the dinette, and they have 2 lights overhead with a really nice trim piece above the lights. It just sets things off a little bit, so it looks very luxurious. Now, you guys know that Susan and I live in our rig most of the year, and so we use our dinette as our workstation as well. So we always want to know if there are receptacles and USB ports near the dinette so we can plug in. And you may want the same thing if you're doing some trip planning or working on your own. Well, there is a receptacle and USB ports on the dinette bench under here, and although they didn't put enough lights up in the front of the kitchen, they did put a light under here to light up those things. So if you have to reach under there and plug in, you can see what you're doing. Very nice touch. Now, underneath both of these dinette booths, there is storage under here, and plenty of it. These are fully extendable drawers, so you can take advantage of all of that space and access it very, very easily. In addition to all that, this dinette table does drop down, and the dinette does convert into a bed. And if you were to do that, you would find, yikes, that you have about 67 inches of space here. And then the width-wise is about 38 inches wide. So a smaller adult or certainly some kids could sleep in this area with no problem. Now, this is where we enter into the living area in this trailer, and I like the way the kitchen is sort of like towards the front, and then as we get into the center, it transitions and becomes your living area. So many times we see them sort of mixed in a hodgepodge kind of way, but this is very, very well organized. Now, you have some movie theater style seating here that is nice and plush and comfortable. It does have a manual recliner, so you can sit back and relax and watch the TV straight ahead or enjoy the fireplace down below. There's also a couple of cup holders built in here, and there is a middle console so you can stow away all of your remote controls. Now, right across from the theater seating, I mentioned that your TV is mounted on the wall here. This is a great spot because you can see the TV not only from the movie theater style seating, but also from the dinette. Just below that, we have a very nice fireplace down there. Plus you have a little mantle ledge here to store things on, a couple of USB ports and a receptacle here. I'm knocking over the decorations. So this is kind of on the way out the door also. So I like the way they've done this. You know, you could leave your phone here and have it plugging in, throw your keys here, whatever, and then, you know, it all works out very, very well. So here we are in the owner's bedroom, and this is a nice bedroom layout in here. It's got some decent storage space, and we'll show you that as we walk on through. But first, let's take a look at how big this bed is in here. And this measures in at 80 inches long and 60 inches wide. So this is a residential size queen bed that's in here. So that is fantastic. Now up around the bed, they don't have a headboard, but they do have a window at the end, plus a window on each side. So you can open up and get some nice fresh air blowing through here. Up above here, they have these cabinets with some nice glass inlay doors. And then there's open storage all the way across. On each side of the bed, there's a little, I guess, a little nightstand, but it's very, very skinny. But on each side, there is a receptacle and USB power outlets, so you can charge all your electronic devices overnight while you're sleeping. Now, one nice feature about this bed is that it does lift up, and there's plenty of storage underneath, and you can also see that there are a couple of drawers that you can pull out from the foot of the bed for easy access. Now, as we wrap on around through the bedroom, you'll notice to my left, there's a nice window here. This will open up and also allow you to create some more air inside of here. Now, this has a very nice big wardrobe cabinet here. When you open these glass doors, you have a rod that goes all the way across the top so you can hang all of your garments in there. And then this right-hand cabinet just gives you a couple more spots to store things away. Below that, we have a bank of 6 drawers that pull out. They're a little bit on the shallow side, and then on the end there's a little spot down here for additional storage. So here I am in the bathroom, and the bathroom is located between the living area and the bedroom, so there's a door from each location so you can get in and out of here very easily. I'm standing in the shower like I usually am, and let's take a look at how much height we have in here, because I think we have a good amount of ceiling height. I think my voice just squeaked or something there too. That was kind of weird. But I've been talking for 4 straight days, so I don't know. Anything's possible. The height inside of the shower is 6 feet 8 inches tall. And if we look at just floor to ceiling in this camper, there's a good amount of ceiling height in here as well. It is 6 feet 10 inches altogether. So for you taller folks, you know, this might be a pretty decent trailer to consider. Now, the shower stall in here is a corner style shower, and it's got these nice glass shower doors that just sort of wrap around. We're a little bit on a tilt here, so I'm struggling to hold them open because they keep wanting to close. But anyway, behind me, you'll notice there are a couple shelves here for your soap and shampoo, and there's even a little footrest down here at the bottom of the shower, so when you ladies need to shave your legs, it's nice and convenient that way for you. So just outside the shower is where the vanity and medicine cabinet are located. You have 3 shelves in here to put away some of your personal belongings, and then below that you have this little vanity with a nice size sink in here, and then down below that there's additional storage as well. I also want to point out there's a receptacle located under the vanity top so you can plug in your hair dryer, shaver, curling iron, whatever you need. Now finally, I'm sitting on the commode in here, and with both doors shut, it doesn't feel really small in here at all because the bathroom is a decent size. I'm not going to pass the elbow test over here, but I can pass it over here with flying colors. Now here we are at the very front of this travel trailer, and although it doesn't have pass-through storage, you can access the storage from the outside storage door or in the bottom of the kitchen cabinets below the kitchen sink. Hey guys, let us know which one of these travel trailers you like the most and why in the comments down below. We would love to read what you think about all these awesome campers. And if you want to check out some more travel trailers with front kitchens, just click the box down below, and Susan and I will see you in the next video.